Pisces, one of the most important astrological shifts of this cycle, arrives as the lunar nodes move into Aquarius, the north node, and Leo, the south node. So the lunar nodes are powerful points of destiny that represent the soul's evolutionary journey. They reveal where you've been, what feels familiar, and where life is encouraging you to grow over the next chapter of your life. Now, the South Node, it represents your familiar patterns, your natural gifts, karmic habits, and behaviors you've already developed. These qualities are not inherently negative, but when you rely on them too heavily, they can keep you from evolving. The North Node, it represents your future. It points towards experiences and qualities that help you grow into your highest potential. While this path can initially feel unfamiliar, it ultimately prepares you for the next stage of your life. So for Pisces, this nodal cycle activates two deeply spiritual, transformative areas of life. We're talking about the North Node in Aquarius, activating your 12th house, and we're talking about the South Node in Leo, activating your 6th house. So this is a period of endings before beginnings. It's inner healing before outer achievement, and spiritual preparation before a major new cycle begins when the North Node eventually enters Pisces. The universe asks you one profound question. What if your greatest breakthrough doesn't come from doing more, but from becoming more deeply connected to yourself? So the North Node in Aquarius in the 12th house. So this is talking about spiritual growth. It's solitude, meditation, your dreams, your intuition, compassion. It's healing, endings, subconscious mind, karma. It's rest, reflection. It's your private life, retreating, and inner wisdom. Now, Aquarius brings objectivity, innovation, humanitarian awareness, and fresh perspectives to your spiritual development. Now, the South Node in Leo in the 6th house. So this is talking about your daily work, your responsibilities, health, daily routines, your productivity, the service you do, coworkers, any organizations, time management, habits, and physical wellness. The South Node here highlights familiar patterns around busyness, perfectionism, and constantly focusing on what needs to be fixed. The South Node in Leo in the 6th house. So this isn't asking you to stop caring about your health. Instead, it's asking you to notice when constant activity prevents inner peace. Many Pisces individuals quietly measure themselves by how much they accomplish. You may feel guilty when resting or taking time for yourself. The transit reminds you your value isn't determined by how busy you are. You have to remember, rest is still productive. Healing is productive. Stillness is still productive. The sixth house naturally focuses on solving problems, and you may feel responsible for everyone else's well-being. Ask yourself, am I carrying responsibilities that aren't actually mine? Am I neglecting myself while helping everyone else? Compassion includes caring about yourself. So the south node in the sixth house can create pressure to get every detail exactly right. Perfection often delays progress. Allow yourself to move forward even when everything isn't flawless. Done is often better than perfect. Some people become so accustomed to solving problems that peace begins to feel unfamiliar. This nodal cycle encourages you to step away from survival mode. Life isn't meant to be lived in a permanent state of urgency. Daily responsibilities can become overwhelming, so overwhelming that you lose touch with your intuition. So you have to make time and ask yourself, how do I actually feel? What is my intuition trying to tell me? What emotions have I been avoiding? Remember, listening inward becomes one of the greatest strengths for you. So, physical health matters, mental health matters, spiritual health matters as well. This cycle reminds you that all three of those are connected. So, the North Node in Aquarius in the 12th house, this is where your soul experiences profound renewal. The 12th house isn't about escaping life. It's about understanding yourself so deeply that you begin living with greater peace and clarity. This is one of the most spiritually significant periods you've experienced in years. So you may find yourself drawn towards meditation practice, prayer, some journaling, dream work, energy healing, yoga, simply nature, getting away to some retreats, maybe astrology, psychology. This goal isn't to withdraw from life permanently. It's to create space where you can hear your own inner wisdom. Pisces already possesses remarkable intuition. The cycle encourages you to strengthen that gift through quiet reflection. So pay attention to your dreams, the synchronicities, your inner nudges, repeating themes, and emotional insights. These experiences may offer meaningful guidance for you. The 12th house is about endings. Some chapters naturally conclude during this cycle, so you could find yourself releasing outdated beliefs, unhealthy relationships, limiting habits, old fears, your emotional baggage, careers that no longer align, and expectations you've outgrown. Letting go creates space for what comes next. Time alone doesn't mean loneliness. So solitude allows you to reconnect with yourself. Balance solitude with meaningful relationships so that reflection supports your life rather than replacing it. Aquarius reminds us that meaningful contribution doesn't always require public recognition. Simple acts of kindness, compassion, and service often have lasting impact. Your quiet presence may influence others more than you realize. So, the North Node transit serves as preparation. It's clearing emotional and spiritual space so that when your next major cycle begins, you'll be ready to move forward with greater clarity, confidence, and purpose. Think of this period as planting seeds beneath the surface before they emerge into light. Relationships may become more selective. Some people naturally drift away as your priorities change. Others may deepen because they support your healing and your growth. Remember, healthy relationships during this cycle allow you to be authentic without requiring constant performance or self-sacrifice. Career may become less about chasing status and more about meaningful contribution. So it's an excellent cycle for careers that involve counseling, psychology, spiritual guidance, healing professions, healthcare, maybe nonprofit organizations, maybe getting into research, possibly writing, or simply creative arts and wellness. Behind the scenes leadership. Many Pisces individuals may also discover that stepping back temporarily allows them to return later with greater clarity and effectiveness. The deepest lesson of this nodal cycle is that your inner world creates your outer reality. The South Node reminds you not to become trapped in endless work, perfectionism, stress, or believing your worth depends on constant productivity. The North Node teaches that rest, healing, intuition, forgiveness, and spiritual growth are essential foundations for lasting success. Sometimes the most important work you'll ever do is invisible to everybody else. This is your invitation to slow down, not because you're falling behind, but because your soul is preparing for something greater. The South Node in Leo encourages you to release perfectionism, overwork, constant busyness, people-pleasing through service, unnecessary stress, and the belief that your value depends on how much you accomplish. The North Node in Aquarius invites you to deepen your spiritual practice, trust your intuition, embrace healing, create healthy solitude, and release what no longer serves you. Prepare for powerful new beginnings, waiting just beyond the cycle. By the end of this nodal journey, you may realize that your greatest transformation didn't happen through outward achievement. It happened quietly within your heart. You learned to trust yourself more deeply. You released what no longer belonged in your life. And you discovered that true peace isn't something you find outside of yourself. It's something you cultivate within. This is the extraordinary gift of the North Node in Aquarius for Pisces, preparing your soul for a new chapter by helping you heal, surrender, and reconnect with the deepest truth of who you are. So if you find this content to be helpful, useful, and informative, please be sure to subscribe, share, like, and comment. All that helps this channel to grow, and it helps this content push out to other Pisces who are looking for the same information you are. So until the next one, rest, reflect. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.